You're mine.
I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful heart I waited for you not long ago. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Gotta wonder what the hell a civilian is doing here. What, again? Didn't I just change those damn things? Alright, fine. Show me the new codes. Ranger military outpost. Nothing going on down there at the moment. Believe me, I would love orders to take Cottonwood Cove apart and kick the Legion back across the river. But the brass at McCarran doesn't want us to waste resources on something they consider a minor target. Undoubtedly. On the other hand, if the Legion goes for a full-scale attack, we'll see them coming, fall back, and wait for reinforcements. So we know what they'll do, and they know what we'll do. Yeah.
It's a sin, my darling, how I love you. So much in love, and yet so far apart. It's a sin to hide behind this heartache, to make believe that I found someone new. It's a sin to
Haven't seen you around the post before. I'm busy, so keep the chit-chat to the point.
when people know.
Best of the best, that's all there is to it. Really nothing more to say than that. Keeping watch on the river and looking for anyone trying to cross it. The Legion likes to send infiltration teams over on rafts. See you around.
There's a love I couldn't win. Why pretend that I can't live without you? When
I'm pretty sure you're not authorized to be here, whatever unit you happen to be from. Well, when there's trouble regular NCR troops can't handle, they send in a ranger. Problem solved. We're also responsible for keeping the borders of the NCR secure. I'm in charge of the radio, hence the title. Very well. You can tell Reyes that this station is secure.
Smile, and everything was rosy and fine.
I'm glad that's over. Thank you.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I owe you one.
Down for
You a transfer from one of the other posts? Just the usual. Just the... Ranger Station Alpha. I'm not really much of a historian. Oh, right. She radioed ahead and... Don't get killed out there.
Nice job out there.
Hello. You're not a part of this post as far as I know. Have you ever heard the story of the bomber that crashed into the lake? For about 10 years now. Toughest training I've ever done, and was the proudest day of my life. Did you know that the first battle at Hoover Dam was won because of the Rangers? Ranger Station Alpha. So long.
I only work for caravans, all right? Try someone else.
After I win big, I'm going to buy my friends dinner at that fancy gourmand restaurant. I saw ads for it back home.
Hi, mister. I hope you're doing fine today. I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my medicine, but they can't stay. Oh, I don't sell things, mister. I sell thoughts. I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. I don't know because I never hear it. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they watched me. I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through the 188, too. That maybe accounts for the thinking. That's not junk. That's other people's thoughts. People had to think to make them, and the thoughts got stuck inside. I need other people's thoughts to fill my head when I'm not thinking myself. Great. What do you want me to think about? I can think about you, here, or everywhere. What do you want? I need to take off my medicine. Local. The here and now. Little of interest. Things to buy. False hopes and regrets watered down, washed down in dirty glasses. With regret comes a girl, smiling sad, brown robe, name Veronica. Half here, wraps her and her heart up like a pack. In the pack, a key, some say. Forecast, cloudy with a chance of friendship. Ouch! Thinking small only hurts a little, but it's a sharp pain. Bye!
It's amazing what passes for a firearm around here. You'd be better off throwing rocks. People usually aren't stupid enough to steal from the gun runners. Is there some reason I should be talking to you? Am I selling? Yeah. Am I selling to you? No. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but you're small time. You belong. You might be onto something. I'd like to hang on to any weapons mods I run across. Take a look. Pleasure doing business with you. Bye. Usually.
Fine by me.
People usually aren't stupid enough to steal from the gun runners.
Top-notch unit. They're always buying sniper rifles from us. Alexander doesn't pay me to talk.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
Man, I love my guns.
I'm glad to see you.
Can you spare some caps, mister? Sorry I had to bother you. I've lost everything. I'm glad to see you.
Glad you're with us. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
You a merc? Because you don't look like a prospector. Hell yes, sir. Well, not officially. They mustered me out a year ago. Staff Sergeant, 3rd Platoon Bravo Company. That was a shitstorm, and don't let anybody tell you different. The brass tried to play it down, but most of them were back at McCarran. I didn't. My CO ordered me to flog a couple deserters, and I told him to eat shit. So they kicked me out for insubordination. Those kids didn't desert. They just got liquored up on the strip and missed roll call. I don't know what else the brass expects. Half these kids don't get more than 2 weeks of training before they ship them out here. Going home didn't feel right. Not with those savages camped on the other side of the river. And I still get to see my old platoon when they pass through here. Make sure the new CO is treating them right, and sneak them extra ammo. Anyway, I was always complaining about the standard issue gear. The new kids don't even get body armor. Can you believe that? Vegas is bleeding us dry. We're tossing caps at 100 different problems, while Caesar bides his time and lets us wear ourselves out. This war is gonna bankrupt the NCR unless we finish off the Legion fast and dirty. We shouldn't be perched up at the dam. We ought to be crossing the Colorado and sticking a boot up Caesar's ass. Sure, no problem.
It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions have been broken just because these words.
Civilizing Prim will show what we can do for everyone else.
Civilizing Prim will show what we can do for everyone else in these territories.
Welcome to the 188 Slop and Shop. Name's Michelle. We came here about a month ago. Bye.
Yeah? Nothing. My face is just fine. Yeah, well, curiosity killed the cocksucker, or something like that. I'd prefer not to discuss it. I followed a bounty here not long ago, but the trail ran cold. I've been getting by working as a caravan guard, but it's not the same. I should get back on the hunt, but I just don't know. I used to pride myself in finding every mark I was after, but I lost him. Might as well. He's a fellow by the name of Glanton. Used to work as a scalp hunter for the NCR. See, back when the Republic was brushing up against some nasty tribals and raiders down south, they hired Glanton to clean them out. Glanton and his gang were making so much money that pretty soon they stopped caring about whose scalp they took. Brass tried to put a lid on it, declared him an outlaw, but it didn't matter. Settlers loved Glanton, made him into a hero. If settlers or miners run into trouble with tribals, they hire Glenn. It wasn't until recently that the government got serious. A few months back, the NCR finally put a bounty of 10,000 caps on his head. Just my luck, he drifted south of the Mojave when I was trailing him. Rumor is that he was meeting up with some old accomplice. Apparently this guy ran with Glenn years ago. You don't by chance know anything about it, do you? Damn, that seems to be the consensus. Later.
It's good to hear that Prim has accepted our law.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? This is quite a journey you're going on then. Must be an interesting relationship to have brought you all this way. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know. You still okay bringing me along? Sure, just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? Ooh, got something good for... Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Hey.
Welcome aboard. Howdy, great to see you. They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life. Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers. Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so as my sisters could eat, and so as we wouldn't all be killed by raiders, and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart. Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas. Toodaloo. Sounds like we're playing. Hey, welcome aboard. What you want, Holmes? Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the Boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know. I joined up to get out. My family's still back there. We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig? Whatever. Not like I need any of them. What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical. Shit, man, it was this or the Fiends. At least this way the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side. Right.
Morning.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more
What do you need?
gambling.
Haven't seen you around before, soldier. Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. Yeah, I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me. Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it? Sure. See you around. Hey.
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave with a strip. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you? In a strictly official capacity. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. I suppose if you must stick with your narrow, parochial view of in charge, then yes. It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, all I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war. To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius. I somehow suspect you'll be back to converse with me later.
Oh, hell. What is it now? I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. Yeah, well, somebody has to wrangle those washouts and losers. Somebody's got to turn them into a real fighting force. Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest, I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. Or them, for that matter. I'd be skeptical of the odds myself. I just hope they figure it out before it comes to that. You're welcome to try, hell. Maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure. Man, it's my life. Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field. I didn't join up to drive a desk. Yeah, whatever.
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though. Are you sure? You're the boss. Okay, everybody's lined up and ready to go. Any suggestions? You heard the man, people. Get focused. I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take the two on the right. Poindexter, the center. Right. Exhale, squeeze. Focus on the shot. Thanks for the help. I think the whole unit's doing a lot better now.
Hello.
Sounds like we're running. I'd still
Hello.
rather take my leave at the Strip.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Glad you're with us.
Glad you're with us. When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Look, I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up, but it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you? I could tell you a lot if you had the time, but at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know? There's a lot of answers to that question, but it started with the Ranger Unification Treaty. Nevada had its own posse, the Desert Rangers. They fought Caesar even farther east out in Arizona. Years back, we met with the Desert Rangers at Mojave Outpost and agreed to help them against Caesar if they would join the NCR. Suppose it depends on what you think's good. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger Rangers. In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first two waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks. Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We had packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham. Shoot.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. It helped, but we still got a grenade range inspection to... After the help you gave us at the shooting range, we'll take any advice you've got. Okay, we've got our dummy grenades and the course is live. We're all set. Right, easy enough. 1, 2, 3. They're kind of heavy for that, but... What the hell? You've got a funny definition of weld, you know that? Whatever. Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. Not even a little bit. Okay, if you say so. Sure, see you around.
Howdy, great to see you.
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. Okay, we've got our dummy grenades and the course is live. Solid art. What the... You've got a funny Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself... Not even a little bit.
Sounds like we're running Prim now. I'd still rather take my leave of the Strip.
Uh-oh. For the Brotherhood!
Take him out.
For the Brotherhood!
Can't run from me.
Hey! Come on! Hey!
Can't run from me.
I hear you've done some good things for the followers. Hey, I'm just security, not a doctor.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to... Because you're a friend of the followers, I can give you a bit of a discount. Take care.
NCR Rangers deserve all my praise.
I don't handle buying and selling for the Gunrunners. Talk to the robot. None whatsoever. A lot of our high-end weaponry comes from pre-war military schematics. Out here, we don't have bosses. Working for the Gunrunners is a sweet job. Later.
Fine by me.
Welcome, sir or madam. I am ready to process our transaction. Welcome, sir or madam.
can't grow crops if they don't give us the water.
What is it, Trooper? You're not... A lot of the crops... We... Carry on.
If I don't get more water soon, I won't make my quota this season.
Is there something I can do for you? I'll help you if I can. Well, I know Major Daughtry is offering bounties on some of the fiends. You can find the Major at the camp just outside of the old airport. The Crimson Caravan Company is north of here. But if you're in the market for guns, go see the gun runners. Bye. Hello.
Patrolling the Mojave almost...
Welcome, brother. How can I help you? Well, that's an interesting question. Among the church, I'm called Elder Gunnarsson. You can call me Bert, though. I give what aid and comfort I can. I only do what I can to help. I would be happy to.
This makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Is there something else I can do for you? I surely am. Well, sort of. I came out from Utah about 6 months back. The followers weren't too happy about that, of course. They haven't been too fond of the NCR for a while. Following a lost cause, I'm afraid. My old friend Neffy fell in with a bad crowd. Drug runners, raiders... Probably worse things it's better not to dwell on. I thought perhaps I could turn him back to the church. I never was able to reach him. Farewell, friend.
Something I can help you with, stranger? This here's where folks go when their luck runs out. And if you don't have the caps to get onto the strip, odds are you'll end up here. Well, I am a little short-staffed. Some people have gone missing from the camp lately. I haven't seen any signs of violence or heard about any feuds. They just up and vanished. I've also got Keith and his gambling to deal with. I know that skunk's cheating folk out of their savings. I just can't prove it. They never seem to have much in common. That's why I didn't notice it sooner. Young folks, old folks, men, women, all disappearing. I remember a family with a little blonde girl. She never talked much, but she always carried this little stuffed teddy bear. Seem to recall a lot of them did business with those scavengers over on the west side, Dermot and St. James. Keith's a two-bit hustler. I suspect he's running drugs, too. I just can't prove it.
river shore. I know that all the ones I love will welcome me once more. In dreams I see them now, though it seems I'm bound to roam. My thoughts are still of Texas and of home.
Sounds like we're running Prim now. Have you found out what happened to those marked cards, huh? I suppose it's obvious, really. Here, I'm gonna go take Keith into custody. If you're interested in a little extra pay, I wouldn't mind backup. Glad to have you. Let's go. Just stick close and follow my lead. Keith's a cowardly son of a bitch, but he might try something if he's desperate. Have you found out what happened to...
Oh, hello. They're cannibals. I hear rumors they're poised to overrun the entire Colorado River Valley. One of the officers here, or at Camp McCarran, might be able to tell you more. My name's Frank Weathers. Why does anybody? I thought I'd strike it rich at the tables, make my fortune, and never have to plow those damn fields again. I just wanted to provide for my family, and now they're gone. All gone. God forgive me. We were crossing the Mojave, not far from Searchlight, when a band of Caesar's Legion slavers came out of nowhere. They took my family. God help me. I ran. I abandoned my family to those butchers. Not a day goes by I don't hate myself for that. You do that for a complete stranger? Thank you, my friend. The Army says they don't have the available manpower, as if the city is more important. From what I've gathered from NCR Rangers, they were most likely taken to Cottonwood Cove. Goodbye.
Have you found out what happened to...
Civilizing Prim will show what we can
Keith,
do for
in the
everyone
name of
else.
the
in
NCR, I'm placing you under arrest for illicit gambling.
Fuck you, man. I ain't going nowhere with you.
Come quietly now. I don't want to have to hurt you.
Why don't you go cry to your wife then? Oh, that's right. She left your worthless stinking ass.
You son of a bitch! Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish... Well, that was a bit messier than I would have liked. Was there anything else? Maybe, maybe not. I always warned him not to push my buttons. Well, ain't nobody gonna miss him anyways. Here you go. I promised you an extra reward for coming along, so that's what you get.
Expensive to get into the Strip these days.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Hey, welcome aboard.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry. If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though. Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help. I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea. Corporal Sterling was an NCR Ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a Ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp. so I had him transferred to 1st Recon. Where the Carry on.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Morning.
What can I do for you? Carry on.
Fine by me. Fine by me.
Sounds like we're running trim now. I'd still rather take my lead in the strip.
Hey.
I pity anyone who crosses Boyd. The woman is relentless.
Trolling the hobby almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends. Damn right I am, and I'm paying bounties. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. Then there's Driver Nefai. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. Violet it is. Just watch out for the dogs. Good question. Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long. One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty. Good luck to you, and don't get careless. Right.